Hi, everyone. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I'm Jude Hussein, Communications Specialist at Foundations, Inc. I'd like to thank each and every single one of you for joining us at our Beyond School Hours National Education Conference follow-up webinar, which we have almost every single Wednesday from 3 to 4. Before we start, I'd like to give a little bit of a background about Foundations, Inc. We're a national education nonprofit located in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Our mission is to improve the quality of education by building the skills of educators. We work across the school day with after-school programs, schools, districts, and states to create a brighter future for every child every day. If you are interested in learning more about Foundations, take a minute to follow us on social media. We are on all platforms. It should be in the chat and it'll be populated a few more times. You may know us for our signature annual professional learning experience, Beyond School Hours.
Please come.
Yes, all of you guys are invited to come. It's our annual conference. It's held each year in February. It's action-packed, filled with renowned speakers from across the nation, workshops, networking sessions, and so much more. In 2022, this upcoming new year, we will be in Orlando. The link is also in the chat. We hope to see all of you guys there. And we are so very thankful that you guys have decided to join us today. So without further ado, I am very excited to announce CEO and founder of Right Brain Books, Meredith Scott Lynn, as well as two phenomenal presenters alongside of her, Sarah and James.
Hi, everyone. Listen, here's what's fun. You were not here for part one of this 2 weeks ago. So this is part two. And it kills me. Don't you want to just do 1 and 2 back to back, Jude, for the next 2 hours? But we can't. We have an hour and we're going to get you through everything here. And after this, you will get an email from Valerie that has everything we're going to do with you today. So you will have these slides and you can use them with your staff for team building or students of any age. You could do this with anybody after this webinar. You're going to get everything no later than tomorrow. Cool? Amen, sisters? Okay. And are we on everybody's, does everyone have a large, like a monitor or a Chromebook or a laptop as opposed to a phone? Like in a perfect world, you're on a computer, not a phone, to see what we're going to share. Cool? And then there are going to be times I'm going to say, Sharon, will you share? Claudette, Hope, Dale, right? So just know we're going to call on you. And Jude, I know you play with us, so we'll call you too. Can everyone see this? Can you see the screen share, Sarah? Okay, hold on. Screen share. There we go. Now you see it? Awesome. So move us around, move your pictures around so that whatever I share with you on the screen, you can see for the most part, right? So my name's Meredith. I know some of you, a couple of you maybe are new faces. And I'm the founder and CEO of Right Brain. We're longtime sponsors and supporters of the Beyond After School Conference and all of what Foundations does. If you can get your people to pay for you to go to the Foundations Beyond After School Conference in Orlando, it's the most fun. You'll see me in any of the hot tubs at any given time. Come, it's a blast, and we all need to get back together, right? And they're going to do it right. So there's that. And James, there comes a point, you'll see, I got your picture. We're going to introduce you. Okay. First thing I want you to do, Sarah, will you unmute?
Yes.
Sarah is our National Director of Education Partnerships and 21st Century and After School Support. She's amazing. Sarah, will you take us through this quick activity?
Yes. So our first activity, I would just like for you to start out by on your paper.
Blank. So first, Sarah, I'm sorry, let's make sure everybody has paper and stuff to draw and write with. Ideally, you have blank paper without lines for this one thing, but it's okay if you have lines. That's what you got to start with, because I didn't tell everyone to get their paper and pencils, Sarah. My bad.
So
go ahead.
Just make sure you've got paper. And if it's a blank, if it's a sheet of paper that's not attached to a notebook or anything, you can fold it in half. If not, you can just draw a line down the middle. You want to hold.
I like that idea. Fold your paper in half. Do you guys all have paper you can fold in half? A full sheet?
Reaching for mine. So just you're going to fold it like a hamburger. If you've heard that in school.
Fold it like a hamburger. I don't even know what that means.
It's a hamburger, not a hot dog.
Oh, I can't. Okay, I get it.
Kids
my
get it.
God.
That's how you know.
I like it. I like it.
So
we don't push hot dogs or hamburgers.
We do vegan ones.
Oh, vegan ones, right. So here, you fold it in half and then open it up. Go ahead.
Right.
Go, girl.
Okay. So just on one side of your paper,
The left side.
the left side, you're going to draw a picture of what you think a writer and author looks like. And we're going to give you about 2 to 3 minutes. We'll start with 2, and then if everyone's still
drawing.
Okay,
2 minutes. What does a writer look like? Draw your picture. Ready, set, draw. And I will give you background drawing music.
Fold it like a Beyond Burger.
Awesome. Just 35 seconds. Add some detail. Even if you think you can't draw. Hello, DJ Jackson, D. Jackson Parker. Ten seconds. There you go. Okay, that's 2 minutes. Does anyone need more time? You want 20 more seconds? Okay, we're good? Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. All right. I just wanna, if everyone, we're gonna put these off to the side for a second, but can everyone just hold up their pictures to the camera so we can all just see them? Oh, Dale, make it so we could see it. I think you have to pull back a little. If you have your background on, it's going to be hard to see. Oh, there you go, Dale. Oh my God, Jude, get out of here. So cute. Look at Hope at the little desk. James, get out of here. Claudette, where's yours? Sweet woman. Come closer. Put it on against the camera. Oh my God, I love it so much. Okay, so put that off to the side. Yeah? Put that off to the side. Okay, here we go. All right. Does everyone see this? James on the screen? Okay. So this is James Hall. I wanted him to say hi for a second. He is the Director of Student, Family, and Community Engagement in Lassen County, California through their Department of Ed. He's also the new social emotional learning guru of his district. I don't know anyone in the country who is more naturally, like this picture of James says it all. It doesn't matter what the world or the kids or the governors or the COVID or the fires throws at this guy. This is his spirit 100% of the time. And so I wanted him to be a part of this today. So James, will you say hi for a second?
Hello. I'm looking forward to being with you as we talk about brutal and beautiful equals back to school. I am excited. I was thinking about that yesterday when I was talking with Meredith, and I thought, Meredith, It's so awesome to be back to part 2. I always look forward to doing them, and I will participate all the way through. I may not share my pictures with you again, though, because I am not the best artist.
Why? I love your pictures. All right, hold on. So we want to do something. I think you've done it, Hope. And James, people just love this. We did it a couple times on a couple of other Zooms, but I want to share it with you. Which just a quickie little thing we're going to do. Ready? Really fast. And let me go to full screen and you'll tell me if you can see it. Okay. Do you guys see this? Or no? Okay, hold on. It's okay. I'm going back. There we go. Here we go. Okay, really fast. Get a clean sheet of paper. It doesn't have to be one of these pictures. It could be any cereal you know of, even hot oatmeal. Or the disgusting, why did they ever do it, grape nuts? We don't care. Just think about the top question. We're not going to do the bottom. What cereal are you and why? Okay, 2 minutes. Pick one of these, pick one you know of. Let's write about what cereal we are and why. 2 minutes, ready, on a different piece of paper. So put your picture of the writer totally off to the side. Clean sheet of paper. What cereal are you and why? 2 minutes, go. One minute. Keep going, Claudette. Like, you have one more minute. Add more. Nice, James. $30 more seconds. Hope, I know you have one more aspect of why you are that cereal. We missed you, Hope.
Missed you.
Okay. Just 12 more seconds. Dale is going. Okay. Perfect. All right. Dale, will you share with us what cereal you are and why? And TSC El Gonzalez, I know your camera's not working. Does it mean you could unmute and share? Are you participating maybe, or just listening in the background? And Kay Kenley, anyone who we can't see, who's oh, hello. Oh my God, I'm so happy you're here. Dale, what cereal are you and why?
Life cereal. New every day, great with any fruit, crunchy snack in a bag. I'm always life loving. My granddaughter Bella and my daughter love life too. And I'm sorry, James, but I stole your hashtag best day ever. I have to have it.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
See that? James, she took your hashtag.
Yes.
I love that so much. Dale, I love that. And I love life. And can I just say, I like plain life cereal more than the cinnamon life.
Me too.
Agree? Me too. It's so much better. And you're right. Any fruit works on it. You know what? It's just a placeholder really for the blueberries. Hello, Sharon. Okay. D. Jackson Parker, what is your first name? Would you unmute? Look at her. Everyone's so gorgeous on this call, Jude. Am I right? What is happening? We cannot hear you, sweet woman. We don't hear you. You go to your outputs. There
Can
you
you hear me
are.
now?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
What's your
My
first
name is
name?
Donna. I need to change that, but anyway.
I'm changing it. I'm changing it for
yeah.
you.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
So, I have two favorite cereals that are there when I do eat cereal: Fruit Loops and
Okay.
Trix. Fruit Loops because I like to enjoy myself and be enslaved with those that I love. And then Trix because I really don't like to cook, and so sometimes I throw in a lot of healthy ingredients that my family don't know are in there and surprise them, and they love it. So that's where I get the Trix from.
Did you hear that, Sarah? She hides healthy ingredients in the food without telling her family. This is a good trick for you, Sarah. That's amazing. That was beautiful, Donna. Sharon, did you write what
Thanks.
cereal you are and why? Or Claudette? Anyone can unmute and share with us. What do you got, Claudette?
I didn't hear the question.
Oh, did you write what cereal you are and why?
Oh, my computer died, so I didn't hear it.
Okay, no
Let me-
worries. No worries. If you have a thought about it, throw it in. I know your internet's a little wonky.
Well,
Why-
I looked at Trix, just stood out to me because I do a lot of things with the kids, but it's learning, but I make it fun so they don't really know, like the word search.
Yeah.
They're like upset, and a parent said, he's complaining about word search. I said, well, I noticed that when he reads a text in his homework and he can't answer the questions and the answers right there. So I do word search because they have to focus to find the words. And so
you make the learning disguised so that,
yes.
Yeah, brilliant. I love that. And so we say all the time, we got to trick our kids into doing academic stuff without them knowing that's what they're doing. That's okay. This is magic that doesn't hurt anybody. So we like it. Claudette, just tell us what cereal you are, then we're going to move on. But I got to know what cereal Claudette is.
I chose the Honey Bunch whole grain.
Yes, you did. Tell us, Honey Bunches. Tell us why,
Because,
Claudette.
I felt that, I felt I was a whole person, and I like a bunch, and I think I'm quite loving and stuff like that, and sweet and caring.
Claudette, oh my God, she's so Honey Bunches of oats. Man, I love that so much. Okay. Thank you all. If it were up to us, you would all share. Dale, get that hair down, girl. We like it. Or up. All right. I love that so much. Okay. Will someone, Hope, will you read what's on this screen for us?
They text, type, scroll, and swipe. They're distracted, distressed, disconnected, and depressed.
How many of you, show of wiggles, are seeing that this is something that's happening with our kids, top and bottom, right? This is, like James was saying, this is brutal and beautiful. This time of year, everything has some brutality and beauty to it, right? But now more than ever, I think we have to identify, we can all see lots of brutal around. And then we got to identify the beautiful, right? And for kids, they have to learn how to do that too. So can you guys take a piece of paper, brand new paper, down the middle, lines, no lines, doesn't matter. The long way, make a line. On the left at the top, write brutal. And at the right on the top, write beautiful. Okay? You feeling me? Brutal, beautiful. Okay. And then, this is my fast, terrible handwriting. This is what it looks like, right? Can you make a list of 3 to 5 things? I'm only going to give you a minute that are just brutal about device access, whatever, phones, iPads, tablets, televisions, it doesn't matter. 5 to 3 things, only 1 minute, go. If you have 10 things, do 10 things, but a minimum of 3, and expand on them as much as you can. Are you doing it, Jude? Just 20 more seconds. Raise your hand if you need 15 more seconds. Anybody? Okay, great. All right. On the other side, where it says beautiful, 3 to 5 things that are beautiful about device access. And if you come up with 8 or 10, do that too. Beautiful and brutal. 1 minute. Ready? Go. And if as you're doing the beautifuls, you think of another brutal, add it. Hi, Pamela Ross.
Hello.
Hi, girl. We're cutting a piece of paper. We're making a line down the center of the piece of paper, Pamela. On the left, what is brutal about device access for our kids? What is beautiful about it? Left side brutal, right side beautiful. Just list what you can.
Gotcha.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Jude, since you are a relatively tech savvy, devicey savvy human, can you first tell us, will you read? First of all, everyone hold up your list, assuming you wrote a few things, just hold them up. It's just good to see. Oh my God, I love these so much. I love these so much. Jude, will you read what do you think we should do, guys? Do we read all the brutals, then all the beautifuls? Yeah, no? What do we do, James?
Brutal, then beautiful, then brutal, then beautiful.
I love it. One brutal, one beautiful, one brutal, one beautiful. Go, Jude.
Okay. So brutal would be addiction. So addiction to just devices in general. And then a beautiful would be information.
Oh, I muted you by mistake. Come back, come back. Oh my God, come
No,
back.
you just wanted to mute me, Meredith.
No, I don't know what I
Remember that.
did. I don't know what I did. Start over.
So my first one was addiction, just addiction to devices in general. And then my beautiful was information. So I believe knowledge is power. So the ability to Google search or, share information to one another is just such a beautiful thing. And then another brutal would be fatigue. Just the fatigue. I mean, I'm sure everyone on this call or, some point in your life that like fatigue of even watching your favorite TV show for long periods of time, you feel it. And then a beautiful would just be connecting to others, like the way we're connecting now is really important to me. Although we're not able to be in person, it's just beautiful to be able to connect one way or the other. And then I have a few others, but I want to hear from others.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, Sarah, can you control things, Sarah?
No, but
Okay.
somebody could make me a co-host and I could.
Okay, great. Will you make her a co-host, Jude, just for
Yeah.
fun? Great. So Dale, I saw you had a big list. Will you share with us?
I said brutal. It's lonely, beautiful. I also have information. Brutal is hard on my eyes and head, and yet on the beautiful side, I can do meditations from my phone.
Yes.
Brutal is germy and dirty, and beautiful is being able to FaceTime friends.
Oh my God, I love this so much. This is like my new favorite thing to do, people. I love this so much. Hope, I'm going to guess when you were, Hope's been dealing with some health stuff, people, and she was in the hospital. I'm going to guess your phone maybe was a nice comfort to you while you were in there, Hope, I'm guessing.
It was, but I didn't put that down.
Okay, so talk to us.
Brutal, I had moving the thinking process out. Especially think of like calculators.
Mhm.
Students don't know how to do the basic math facts anymore. They rely on a calculator or a computer to do it.
Wow, good point.
Beautiful, expanding the creative side. Usually being able to see a lot of different modes in media.
Mhm.
Brutal, I had eye strain. Beautiful, I had brings the world closer to them.
Brings what to them?
The world.
Oh, yeah, right. Wow. You know what I love, people? There's like almost no repetition between all of you so far. This is pretty great. Thank you, Hope. One more, then we're going to ask for one more person to share. This is awesome.
Brutal can be too much information. And beautiful variety of exposure in media.
Amazing. I love that so much. Pamela, I know we can't see your camera, which is sad for us, but if you were writing, come on, Pamela Ross.
Meetings all day.
Wow, you are gorgeous. Did you do this last activity?
Yeah, I started on it.
Okay, would you share with us your list?
Yeah.
Hi, Marianne.
A beautiful, I had learning new skills. Learning new skill sets and like in operational kinds of ways of what you have to do and actually using computers and electronics. Another beautiful thing I had was connecting to others in different ways and in different places.
Beautiful.
And another beautiful thing is you have easy access to information. On the brutal side is that you may have too much access to information.
No kidding.
So you have that. And then brutal, I had a long long screen time. Long screen time, just being on the screen and just being that. And then on another brutal thing is sometimes you lose a sense of reality.
Okay, that's a big one. Guys, that's the last one that's going to be shared. That is so big. Pamela, will you expand on that a little? You lose sense of reality. I mean, if that isn't the most encapsulating of all the brutals, I love that you said that. Can you expand on that for us? What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean that sometimes sometimes in using electronic devices, whatever, you have prompts that are coming at you and things that are not of you, and you make judgmental kind of decisions on that, or you interact, or you judge yourself on those kind of things, and they really are not really in actuality of the reality of the world, of how we live. And sometimes in interactions, sometimes the things cannot be true, and you think they are true in reality of things that you may be viewing or interacting with. And as far as children, sometimes it's not reality, because it's when I think of sometimes children using electronics all the time, maybe they're reading a book and they're reading the book and the book is reading to them, but it's in this monotone voice. It's so different than when I'm reading, when I have my parent or an adult reading, and I can read in these archetypes. Oh, I see you.
So smart.
Stop and tell you, okay, I wonder what they were doing at the store. So they can so you can actually pause and actually have the realness of someone reading to you and actually building your comprehension and those kind of things, as opposed to something that's being read to you in monotone and there's no engagement.
That's so smart. James, you have so many kids, you work with kids, you've taught writing programs. Like, can you speak to that a little? Pamela, I have not heard anyone yet talk about what you just talked about. I have done some books on tape. meaning as an actress, which is what my life was before Right Brain, I would do books on tape. I'd go into a studio for like a big, for whatever, a publishing company and read books. And do you know, Pamela and everyone, they want you to read like that. They don't want it to be read the way it would if you were, they want the book to be read like this. They want you to be as monotone as possible. And for this to be something that it's bizarre. It's bizarre. So sometimes when they hire famous actors to do books on tapes, or if the actual author does it, it's much more interesting to listen to. But when people who just record books on tape record, the note is, do not do crazy inflections with your voice. Keep it super level. I hate them. So I love that you brought up that point. And James, anything you want to say to that? I think that's very important.
Yeah, I think that you're right, spot on. I mean, I've never heard anyone really talk about that particular concept when we're talking about the use of devices. So thank you, Pamela. I think that was spot on. I'm going to capture that myself. I want to use that.
And another reason it's important is that parents are throwing their kids, who could blame them, right? We cannot do this in after school. We can't throw our kids in front of devices to just keep them quiet, right? Meaning to listen, like, we don't want them to hear a book on tape in after school. So I love that. Yes, James.
Well, I think it's important to also remember that while so much is being offered that way, it's important for them to really get back to the pen and paper and do the writing themselves and do the creativity, because that's what jogs your memory. I mean, I'm not an artist. And when we started today, when you said we had to draw, I was like, really? Because I don't draw.
Me too. I don't draw either, but it's fun.
But it brings back that memory that I could do that. And I think that if we lose sight of that, so I totally agree with Pamela. I mean, I think it is one of those things that we're missing, even though those opportunities are available on devices, they're not the same as getting your pen and your paper and actually using your hand to. And so I appreciate that.
And by the way, guys, everything we're doing, we're going to send you. It's okay. You want your kids to make this list too. And maybe they do it on paper, or there's a big board. Half the board is brutal. Everyone come up, put 2 words in there. Everyone come up, write in the beautiful side. However you want to do it, your students need to identify what is not okay about all this device use and what is really okay, so that they don't feel ashamed for using them and wanting them, but they also understand. I think this could be a game changer for them with the right facilitators. You know what I mean? Sharon, Donna, Marianne, anyone who can share your camera at any point, we're into it. Okay, just wanted to say that. Let me go back to screen sharing. Oh my God, I love this. I could do this all day long. Can everyone see this or no? Yeah? Okay. Okay, James, here we go, because this is our favorite.
So here you have my favorite. I love this picture. I love hummingbirds. I was actually yesterday, Meredith, I wanted to tell you, we got a hummingbird feeder at our house. And so I go out and feed it. And when the hummingbirds come, there's just something about the way they swoop in and their engagement with the nectar in there. It's magic. So I want you to just take a moment and look at this picture. And I want you to check out this particular hummingbird picture and think about hummingbirds and what hummingbirds are. They're joy. How many of us could use a little bit of joy and a little bit of playfulness, as well as flexibility and adaptability? That's something we've gotten really good at in this season. But I think it's important for you to think about the hummingbird, because the hummingbird is swiftness, the ability to quickly respond, the lightness of being enjoyment of life, being more present. And one thing about those devices is you don't have to be present because you can escape. And so we want to be thinking about that. Our independence, the bringing the playfulness. How many of you like to play? I make it a point every day to play. I have teenage kids, and you know what? My teenage kids, sometimes they get tired of me because I'm like, hey, let's play. Let's do something. And so I got a dog. And so the dog is all the time. Lifting up the negativity and resiliency, being able to travel great distances tirelessly.
And this is after school, isn't it, James?
This
This
is
is
us. This is the
education.
work that we do daily. It's the work that I get to do and get to see and experience and to lead. So I want you to think about this question. The question is, what takes place in your life that would suck the nectar out of your life?
Oh,
what-
wow. Wow.
want
You
you
know
to
what,
just-
James? That's heavy because what I thought we were going to do. So that's, I got to wrap my head around that. I
Oh,
thought
sorry.
we were
I
gonna
think I
do-
wrote it wrong then.
Well, that's
Sorry.
okay. What? No, don't worry. That's what I thought we were going to do is how are you sucked? Where are you sucking the nectar out of life? Meaning so that it's positive.
Yeah, I think it's both because you have to first be the hummingbird that goes and gets the nectar. And
Yes.
that's that positive piece. But also we have to also recognize, because we're talking about brutal
That's
and
so
beautiful,
smart. I love
what's
it.
sucking your life away. And so I want you just to take a moment, and first I want you to write about that one thing that sucked a little bit of light out for 1 minute. What sucked a little bit of your life away? And then we're going to write for 2 minutes, Meredith. I know we're short
I
on
know.
time.
I love it so much. This
But
is
for
way better.
2 minutes, I want to write, what are you sucking the nectar of life? What are you getting? What is that
I love
working?
it.
So 2 prompts. And so I know we didn't prepare for that. Those 2
I love it
prompts,
so much. I
but
love
I want
it so
us
much.
to do it.
So 1 minute, right? You're saying 1 minute.
1 minute on the negative. What is sucking the nectar of your life?
What is sucking the nectar out of your life, personal or professional?
Yep.
Go. Beautiful, James. Go. That was genius. I love that. Twenty more seconds. Okay. And we know you could write a ton on that later, so please do. What nectar are you sucking? Like where are you going to suck the nectar out of life? I love that. So that's your beautiful 2 minutes. I love this so much, James. 2 minutes, ready, go. Just over a minute left. Just 30 more seconds. Okay, wrap up that thought. Okay, that was it. Sorry. There we go. Okay. All right. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I love this so much, James. Who wants to share? Claudette? Oh, look at Claudette. Oh my God, I love her.
Okay, on the negative aspect of the hummingbird, the uncertainty of the COVID virus and its emerging mutations.
Got it. Yeah, that is sucking the nectar out of everybody's life. That is true.
And the positive aspect of the hummingbird is it was reminiscent of my childhood because I was born in the Caribbean and we had a lot of hummingbirds.
Oh.
And they were beautiful.
I've never been to any Caribbean place.
Oh, you must go
We'll go together, Claudette. We're going to do a field trip. Dude, how about that? Elizabeth, how about Paula, the foundation's field trip to the Caribbean?
I think I can speak for us all at Foundations that we are completely down.
Okay. That's awesome. I love that. Okay. Dale, you want to share?
Just one?
No, whatever you wrote. And then
Well, it's
Pamela,
really weird. When I started writing the things that drain me, it was finances, food choices, the day goes too fast, tired feet, and just in general fatigue.
Yeah.
And I was noticing they were all F words. Where I go to get nectar, music, my grandbabies. I just love breathing and walking, like no destination in mind, just doing it. I call thrift shopping my therapy. I love it.
Oh, nice.
And lately I have had the pleasure of connecting with old friends, like from high school and things like that. That's really
this is so
amazing.
amazing. I love that so much. Pam, that was beautiful. Will you share, Pamela? I just got to say, look at Pamela's background. Pamela, I think I need you to email us this. I need this background.
You want this background? I'll be more than happy. I might be able to drop it in the chat. Let me see if I can do that.
Oh my God. Okay. Read to us, Pamela.
Okay. What is sucking my hummingbird sucking my life is too many obligations and too little time.
Yeah, girl. No kidding.
What is bringing life into me is over the last couple of years is just really learning to be more in tune with myself and having more self-affirmations and just really making time for that to happen. Also gardening, and I just started gardening last year during COVID. So I have my flowers. So I'm just so excited. So this spring I was ready for it. I love the state and traveling to the ocean, always.
Pamela,
power.
I started a garden. I've never had one. I started one in COVID times too. And it's funny you should, and I go to the ocean as much as possible, which is kind of far from us here at Right Brain, but we do it. I go as many Saturdays as I can. It's a game changer, isn't it? That the ions out there. And Pamela, what a perfect little segue I wanted to say to all of you. I notice in my garden, sometimes I'll text Valerie and I'll be like, oh my God, I'm away. Maybe I go visit my mother in Northern California for 4 days and I forget to ask a neighbor to water my garden. And I'll come back. It doesn't matter how dry and dying it is. Those hummingbirds, they still come looking for the nectar and they're a little disappointed. They're a little like, oh, what's going on? And then they leave. They're never annoying. And it doesn't matter how dead the garden is. They are going to find the one flower that's alive and they're going to juice it. So that was I love you for sharing that. Okay. That was great. Okay. Really fast. Let me just look at stuff. 12. So how many of you, show of hands, could stay on till like 1:10? By 1:10, I mean 2:10 or 3:10. 10 more minutes past the hour if we go over. Is that possible, Jude?
I think that is possible around like 4:06. That would be perfect. It looks like a few people. So maybe we can stay on till that 4:10 mark.
Okay, good. I just wanted to, good. Okay. Cool. Really quick. And I'm going to make this we'll do this in 3 minutes instead of 4. Please finish these sentences. Write it. You don't have to, you're going to get this. So you can write it on the page or not. One thing I discovered about myself in this past year, and by year, I mean since lockdown. One thing I discovered about someone else, because we talk to people all day, they're like, hold on, my husband, they're all of a sudden they're at home 24/7 with their spouse and they are learning things they didn't know that they love or that they hate, right? Whatever it is, home, work, one thing you discovered about yourself, one thing you discovered about someone else, okay? Let's do 90 seconds on ourselves, quick little sentences, and then I'm going to give you another 90 seconds on someone else. Cool? Ready? 90 seconds, go. Something I discovered about myself. Awesome. Just 20 more seconds on something you discovered about yourself. Says he's on. Okay. Now 90 seconds, one new thing you discovered about somebody else. 90 seconds. Good, 40 more seconds. Just 20 more seconds. James, you got to share. 3, 2, 1. Okay. By the way, in general, writing to a timer, it's good for kids. They like it. It's not open-ended and it makes them feel a little safe, kind of. James, something you learned about yourself, something you learned about someone else.
I love people in 3D. It's something I learned about myself, and I need that interaction. And the other is that not everyone is as flexible and resilient as I would expect that they would be.
Wow.
And I think the other thing I really did learn is that after school staff rock it all the time.
Yeah.
Nothing stops them.
So true. I love that. Pamela, I just like when you talk. She's gone. Claudette, unmute and share with us. Something you learned about yourself, something you learned about someone else.
Well, I learned to appreciate life because in February I was gravely ill with COVID for 2 weeks in the hospital, and I used to take life for granted, but life is really beautiful. And the other something I love found about other people were my 4 children. I didn't know they were so caring and loving whilst I was gravely ill. And they were really, really wonderful. And I appreciated all that they did for me during my illness.
Oh, Claudette, we're so happy you're better and back. And it's amazing. Like maybe the love healed you and got you through.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, we don't give love enough credit.
Right. Love and prayers from my colleagues and co-workers and my children was truly amazing.
Wow. I don't know. That's beautiful, Claudette. Thank you. Hope and Pamela, will you two just share? And then we're going to do our very last moment, and then you're going to get all of this in your inbox. Hope, what do you got?
I got the one thing I discovered about myself in the past year is that I am stronger than I think.
Amazing. Stronger than you thought. I love it.
And then one thing I discovered about someone else is that I'm no longer a significant part of their life. I discovered who my true friends were.
Isn't that the truth? Wow. Hope, we've heard that from so many people, and a lot of us are living that too.
And I just think COVID really, people got really self-centered and forgot to be reaching out to the people that once they cared about. And things have kind of fallen to the side, and I think it's sad.
Thank you for sharing that, Hope. Pamela, will you share?
Yes. The one thing that I discovered about myself is that I know and have lots of knowledge, but I know nothing.
Amen, sister. I think that's the truth.
There's so much more things in the world that you always continually learning. So that's one thing I really did discover about myself over the last couple of years, the last year or so. And what I discovered about others is that my coworkers are very loving and passionate, extended family.
Amazing. I mean, thank God. We spend so many hours with these people doing what we do. That's what it should be. Every business should be a family business. Right?
Yeah.
I love that, Pamela. Okay, here's the last thing. Remember when you drew a picture of what a writer was? Can you go grab that paper? Go grab that paper. On the other side, if that's how you did it, or on a clean sheet, please draw a picture of yourself. Draw a little self-portrait, okay? It's gonna take a second. So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Do your best. Open your phone, pull up a picture of yourself if you need to. Draw a picture of yourself. 2 minutes. Ready, set, draw. Self-portrait. There's 35 more seconds. Ten seconds. Awesome. All right. So can we all, everyone hold up their pictures? And if you need a few more seconds, take it. The picture of what a writer looks like and what you look like. And again, if you have a background, it's going to be hard for, oh, Pamela, come on. So cute. Jude, get out of here. James, come on. He put his green shirt on. So here's the thing, Sarah, you want to speak to this? Claudette, let me see your picture, Claudette. I got to see Claudette's picture. Come on. I draw like, by the way, all of you, I'm a stick figure girl all the way. I can't draw at all. And I love our little stick figure self-portraits. And go ahead, Sarah, you close that up.
So we had you draw a picture of yourself next to the picture of the writer because all of you are writers and authors, as our time today has shown us. And one of the interesting things, and I hope you do this with your students or whomever you work with, your staff even, is do an activity like this where you have them share, even just orally if you don't want to take the time to draw, but please draw if you have the time, and have them draw what they think a writer or an author looks like. Because 9 times out of 10, you can really see so many misconceptions or even just their general feelings about writing through what they will draw. A lot of times they won't draw anything that looks like themselves, or they'll have a stereotypical idea of what a writer or an author looks like. But by the end, and I did this with my students, and I waited a couple of weeks into our writing units, they would then draw themselves, because then they would see themselves as writers, as authors, and you can compare the two. And it's just a really powerful way to get them to open up maybe about their feelings without them even knowing it.
And you know what? It crosses over. If you're going to teach science,
yes,
people are teaching science. Sarah's a science lead. I know she'd have her kids draw what you think a scientist look like. And she said they would draw like old white men.
Yep. Old white men. Yep.
They draw a picture of you. You are. So I know we got to go. Let me just say thank you, Jude, so much. I am not a fan of the chat box ever, but you put really good stuff in your chat boxy business.
Yeah.
And then look at this. Cogito ergo sum. What? This is so, I love that so much. Thank you, Donna. Everybody, here's what you need to know. Jude will give us your email addresses. Valerie will follow up with the slides that we shared today, and you will get added to our list. So when we send out an email about whatever's going on, you'll get on it. I don't know what your role is, what your job is. If you need anything from us, check out our site, call us up. We can Zoom with you and show you what we can do to support your people, your staff, your students. Literacy, project-based learning, literacy, SEL, everything, and science. We have everything but math and sports, right? Let us know if you need anything. Anyone who is a foundations human, like you're a foundations supporter, or you're on this webinar, you get special treatment pricing program, from us. Please come to the conference, look at their website.
Yeah, we have action-packed workshops. Meredith will be here, Sarah, James, all of that, with more workshops and networking sessions. And we are so thankful you joined us for this hour. And we will see you next Wednesday. Have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon.
And our email address, Sarah, just throw it in the chat box. Our email address goes to me, goes to Sarah, goes to Valerie, is EDU program, edu program at rightbrainworld.com. Sarah put in the chat. Anything you need, or you're just depressed, call. We'll make you laugh. Okay. Jude, Elizabeth, Paula, thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys
We're
were
always
phenomenal.
happy. I love
Thank
whoever
you.
shows. It's perfect, isn't it? If it's 50 people, if it's 10 people, if it's 5,
Everyone's
it's always
wonderful.
perfect, isn't it?
Everyone's wonderful.
So
And thank you
good.
so much. You guys did a phenomenal job. Have a
Bye,
good
everybody.
day.
Have a good afternoon.